In this video, we're going to do a quick run through of the types of questions you might be asked in relation to which graph or which display for different types of variables. So often this comes in the section just after univariate data, so at the start of bivariate data, which we've worked through at the beginning of term 1, looking at our different options when we've got categorical or numerical variables. So remember, you have a summary table or should have a summary table in your bound reference. And so an example here showing if our explanatory variable is categorical and our response variable is also categorical, we should be using two-way frequency tables or segmented bar charts. There are only real options there. If we're comparing categorical to numerical and there are only two categories in our responses, then we can do a back-to-back stem plot. If there are two or more than two, we could then also do parallel dot plots or parallel box plots. And finally, if we're comparing two sets of numerical data, we're looking to construct scatter plots for those displays. So below here, we've got a few questions from the last 5 or so years. Mainly, we see this in exam 1. So looking here to the 2020 exam, we have a question where they're asking us for a percentage segmented bar chart would be appropriate graphical tool to display the association between the month of the year, given as February, March, etc. And we have to pick our option there. So things to take note of when we're reading through that question. They're talking about a segmented bar chart. And so what we should be picking up there is that means we have two sets of categorical data. The second thing, the type of variables that they've given us in the question is one type of categorical data, the months of the year. So that means our second option and our answer needs to be another set of categorical data. And so if we look here, we've got average rainfall in millimetres. No, that's numerical. B, the monthly mean temperature in degrees Celsius, another numerical variable. The annual median wind speed in kilometres per hour, again, another numerical variable. Monthly average rainfall given as below average, average and above average, which is splitting them into categories. So that's a possible answer there. And just checking E, the annual average temperature Celsius in degrees, again, numerical. So that means D is our best option. And so the process with these questions is always identifying what type of display are they talking about, and therefore knowing, looking back at our table and our bound reference, which of the possibilities do we have? Okay, so what type of variable do I need? And then from the options they've given us, identifying what is the best possible fit for that. So another question from the 2019 Northern Hemisphere paper. The association between the amount of protein consumed and a family income in dollars is best displayed using. So this time we've been given the two variables and we have to decide which is the best display. For the amount of protein consumed in grams per day, we have a numerical variable there. And then the family income in dollars, again, another numerical variable. So when we've got two numerical variables, our best option is a scatter plot. We're looking there at scatter plot. Now later on in this topic, we will look at what a time series plot is. That's a special type of scatter plot where the explanatory variable is in units of time, but it is what we call a one-to-one function. So we only have one response per time period. So they tend to be drawn as line graphs like this. In this case, we have dollars and grams, so no units of time, so it cannot be a time series plot. Another question from 2019, this time from the Southern Hemisphere paper. Percy conducted a survey of people in his workplace and constructed a two-way frequency table. So already we should be thinking two-way frequency table. Let me check. That means I need two categorical variables. One of the variables was attitude towards shorter working days, for and against. And the other could have been, and again, now we're looking through the 5 options and looking for a second categorical variable. So age in years, numerical. Sex, male or female, they're categorical. So that's a possibility. Height to the nearest centimetre, numerical. Income to the nearest $1,000, numerical. And time spent travelling to work in minutes, again numerical, which makes B our answer. 2018, from the Southern Hemisphere paper, the data was collected to investigate the association between 2 variables. Age, and here we're being split into 29 and under, 30 to 59, 60 and over, so that is categorical data. And uses public transport, yes or no, again, categorical data. And so which of the following is an appropriate to use in statistical analysis of this association? So here we're looking for what's appropriate for 2 categorical variables. So scatter plot, no. Parallel box plots, no. We need numerical. Least squares regression line is 2 numerical. Segmented bar chart is a possibility there. And the correlation coefficient, that's used for analysing the relationship between 2 numerical variables. So our best option is D, the segmented bar charts. Okay, just 2 more questions to go through. So from the 2017 paper Northern Hemisphere, we have which of the following could be used to identify and describe the association between variables of height given as short, medium and tall, so categorical. And hat size, small, medium and large, again, another categorical variable. So again, we've got 2 sets of categorical, and out of our options, histogram is for univariate data, not bivariate, not 2 sets. Scatterplot is for 2 sets of numerical. Parallel box plots is for 1 variable being categorical, the other being numerical. Segmented bar chart is for 2 sets of categorical data. And a back-to-back stem plot, again, 1 set numerical, 1 set categorical. So D is our best option there. Finally, from the 2016 paper, we have parallel box plots would be an appropriate graphical tool to investigate the association between monthly median rainfall in millimetres and. So parallel box plot, we need a numerical, which we have in the monthly rainfall, and categorical. And so we already have the numerical, which means we're looking for, out of our options, categorical data. So A, the monthly median wind speed in kilometres per hour. No, that's numerical. B, the monthly median temperature in degrees Celsius. Again, numerical data. C, the month of the year, January, February, March. That's categorical. So that's an option. D, the monthly sunshine time in hours, numerical data. And E, annual rainfall in millimetres, again, numerical data. So C is our best option there. Okay, I hope that has helped. It really is about having that summary table or something similar to it in your bound reference and knowing as soon as it's asking you these things, identify from that table, what do I know from the question, and therefore what's the piece I need? Is it identifying that I have 2 categorical variables and therefore I have to identify the best display? Or is it that I am told the display, I'm given 1 variable, and then I have to work out what's an appropriate second variable based on the type of display that we've got? You see that this is in practically every year paper. So it is a really commonly asked question and it's not always done well. So it's worth having it in your bound reference, being confident that you can answer that type of question when it's asked. See you next time.